Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Friday evening episode of Ted's Booze Cellar with me, your most gracious host, Ted. Now, it is currently 18 past 9 on the 27th of March 2020. And to try and pick up everyone's spirits, I thought I'd take a look tonight at a classic house party drink here in the UK. Now, I'm sure not everyone is into cider, but I know a few people out there who watch this series, namely one of my old colleagues, Josh, I know you're watching this, do like a good bit of cider from now and again, and particularly when it's a house party, because cider is quite a good thing to get drunk on. Now, there are some really nice ciders out there that you have to take your time to appreciate and really, savour. Like, there was this really nice rhubarb and raspberry flavoured cider I tried once in Lewis on draft that was really good. There's, of course, most of the varieties of Aspals that are really nice, but tonight we're taking a look at something that's a little bit more, shall we say, not run-of-the-mill, but it's definitely a bit more of a student-y drink. And tonight we're taking a look at everyone's old favourite, Scrumpy Jack by Symonds, and naturally we are taking a look at the canned version, because this is pretty much the only version of Scrumpy Jack that I can find. It's colloquially referred to as Scrumpy Jacks, but it's just called Scrumpy Jack. So this is a premium British cider, so that's how you know it's real sort of hard drink. Whenever it's a British drink and it says premium on it, you know it's going to be the hard stuff. But Scrumpy Jack is crafted using 100% locally grown British cider apples such as Dabinet and Chisel Jersey, producing a superior tasting crisp cider with a rich fruity aroma. So I quite like the fact that they've just kept straight to the point with the description on the back. Now, this is 6% ABV, so this isn't exactly the lightest cider out there, but I've definitely had more stronger ones. I think there was one variety of Aspals I tried once that was a bit stronger than this, although I might be wrong on that. And I've definitely tried a couple of other ciders before that have been stronger than this, so I'm going to have it in a glass because I think the only way I would ever have sort of canned Scrumpy Jacks, just as it is during a house party, to be honest, because I feel that that's the quintessential way to have it. Or when you're having a couple of tinnies on the beach in Brighton, just chilling out with a couple of mates after a hard day's work. So let's give it a sniff first to see what it smells like and give ourselves a hopefully good impression. A very quintessentially British cider taste. You can definitely smell the apples and quite an interesting sort of straightforward fermented sort of smell. So the thing I get from the smell initially is that it is quite a premium strong apple cider that'll probably go quite well with a meal or a snack that has cheese in it. So maybe this might go well with some cheese on toast perhaps, or maybe some mozzarella sticks. Worth keeping that in mind perhaps. But anyway, let's taste it and see what it's like. But first, a little palate cleanser of water. And for the smell, actually, you know what? I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give the smell an 8 out of 10. It's not the most striking smell in the world, but it doesn't smell that bad either. And it actually does smell quite nice if you're in the right mindset for this kind of drink. So, 8 out of 10 for the smell. Let's give it a taste and see what it's actually like. So, as always, bottoms up to everyone. Hope you're washing your hands and staying safe. And yeah, let's see what it tastes like. It's a little bit better than I remember it being. Yeah, it's definitely better than I remember it being. I mean, the thing is, this is probably one like the quintessential ciders you have to get drunk on. This is probably like the quintessential sesh cider because it's fairly strongish for a cider. But at the same time, it doesn't taste as acidity or sort of overly sharp as, like, say, normal Strongbow. No, not the Cloudy Apple one, but just the normal original version. Or, something truly ghastly like White Ace. It's got an interesting balance between sharp, sweet, sour, and mellow. It's probably leaning definitely closer towards sharp, and fizzy, which I understand might not be up to everyone's alley. So if you're looking for a cider that gets you a bit merry, that's more of a sweeter edge to it, there's a couple of varieties of Aspels that are definitely a bit flatter and have a sweeter tinge to them that I think you'd probably do well to go for. Waitrose also do a really nice flatter sort of home brand cider that's quite strong. But no, if you're looking for a good, honest cider that doesn't try to overcomplicate things and has a fairly simple taste that can go well with either just having a sesh to get drunk, or to have it with like a cheesy snack, or with a hearty meal, this is a pretty good one to go with, because the flavour's simple enough but enjoyable enough where it's pretty flexible to adapt to a number of different circumstances. So this could probably be good for not just having with a meal, but also having with a snack, having with a chat over a couple of pints of these with a mate, having as a sesh drink, having as a pre-drink. It probably suits quite a few different purposes, and the flavour is simple enough that I think that most cider drinkers could enjoy this. The one thing you do have to watch out for, though, is it is 6%, so it's a bit stronger than a lot of ciders in this country that you can regularly buy en masse or in bulk from a lot of the supermarkets. So you might want to keep that in mind. Me personally, I do have a slightly higher threshold for alcohol, but at the same time, I understand that sort of thing isn't for everyone. So keep that in mind. So I do think, like, if you're not in the mind for this, it's probably only about like a 7 out of 10. But if you are in the mind for it, I'd probably say it's a good, solid, like 7.85 out of 10. It's nearly an 8, but I feel like there's this sort of acidity, sort of sharpness at the end of it that could perhaps just be toned back just a tiny bit, and that's just about holding it back from becoming either an 8 or an 8.25 out of 10. But even though it doesn't quite meet an 8, it's a very, 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 very strong 7.85 out of 10. Like, this is actually something I would be more than happy to go out of my way to get again. And the thing is, that's only if I'm... For me, generally speaking, I feel like if you're not in the mood, it's a 7 out of 10. But if you are in the mood, it's 7.85 out of 10. For me personally, if I'm not massively in the mood, it's probably like a 7.8 or 7.85 out of 10. But if I am in the mood for this, it probably does go up to something like an 8.25. So, probably like an 8.1, I'd say. If me personally, I'm in the mood for it. So yeah, personally, 7.85 to 8.1. Objectively, probably more closely to like a 7.0 to 7.5. Take that as you will. I would say give this a try if you're interested. I can't say I recommend it for everyone, but it's well worth trying at least once. So yeah, canned Scrumpy Jack does get a buy from me. Only just about, but it does depend on what kind of circumstance you're having it for. I would say it's probably best suited as a sesh drink, to be honest. But if you guys are informed or did feel somewhat entertained by this video, leave a like, share and subscribe. Leave any comments regarding future suggestions for Ted's Booze Cellar or any other kinds of videos on this channel in the comments section below, and I'll try and see what I can do. Can't promise anything, but I'll do my best. And if you're interested, I've also got my other social medias and YouTube channels in the video description below as well. So, until next time, stay safe, have fun, wash your damn hands, drink responsibly, know your limits, and I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar. Bye-bye for now.